Hey everybody, Bart with Bicycle Rider YouTube, and you guys are about ready to watch me relive one of my childhood dreams. I grew up in Fort Collins, Colorado. BMX was a big deal, and of course my life revolved around BMX and riding my bike. That was many, many years later. I'm 52 years old and I own a bike shop. Part of a YouTube channel and many other things. Once again, my life still revolves around bikes. But there was a certain bike I always wanted. It was an SE bike. It was called a PK Ripper. I had a couple friends that had that bike. I had some cool bikes, but I never had the PK Ripper. Well, here it is many, many, many years later, and I've been introduced to this Sebikelife, Big Wheel BMX, adult style BMX. So my bike shop is in Biloxi, Mississippi. It's called Biloxi Bicycle Works. And recently I've been riding with a crew of guys that have Big Wheel BMX. And really it stems from one enthusiast I know named Lars. And we have a Friday night fun ride at the shop. And we get 50, 60 people riding from the bike shop on a Friday night through the streets of Biloxi. It's cool. It's adult style. We do follow we follow the law. Actually, the Biloxi Police Department, they ride with us. So we're not swerving into cars and with the city to have a good thing going with them. But it's awesome having that many people on bikes. One of my friends has been coming on his Fast Ripper, so he has a buddy bike. He has a second Fast Ripper, and he's been letting me ride that bike. I'm pretty good at wheelies, not anything like I've seen now that I'm watching Sebikelife and these guys that can keep a wheelie up forever. I'm going to get there, but I want to get there on my own bike. So here in June 2022, I am an SE Bikes dealer. I do sell Big Wheel BMX, and I am even having a hard time getting myself a Fast Ripper. So through some special channels and some friends, I have a Fast Ripper in my hands here. I haven't taken it out of the box. No one's taken it out of the box. So you guys are getting ready to watch something that just started. We started a club actually. Last night was my first time riding with them. They've ridden about 3 times in the past. They call it, we're going to call ourselves the Bad Boy BMX crew. Of course, Bad Boy BMX doesn't mean it's just guys, man. We'd love to have some girls come ride with us too. But that's the name of the crew. Last night was my first ride with that crew, and it was fun. We didn't go through Biloxi last night. We went through Ocean Springs. We're going to start meeting on Wednesday nights. But let's get this thing out of the box, and I can show you guys what it is. I can't wait to see it myself. So anyway, let's see how SE packs their bikes. And gosh, I've unpacked a lot of bikes because believe me, I own a bike shop. So I think right here you can probably see I've got some Marin, I've got some Specialized, I've got some Diamondback. We pack and ship a lot of bikes. New Bike Day happens quite often for people. I've got quite a few bikes myself, but this is special because this New Bike Day really, is coming a long time coming. I have some awesome bikes, but here in my hands, let me get this box out of the way. Let's see, let me get the parts box here. But I've been watching a lot of YouTube on Big Wheel BMX, Sebikelife, stuff like that, and there's a lot that appeals to me, and I think it's going to appeal to a lot of other adults. We're in 2022, and life is pretty crazy. Luckily, owning a bike shop, that gets pretty crazy too. But it's a fulfilling job, and I get to help people with their health and fitness, and see people get new bikes a lot, and I'm super excited about this one. So looks like this is going to be my new bike. This is a PK Ripper edition, fast Ripper. Super cool. I mean, I'm excited. I don't know if you guys can see it on my face, but I'm I'm super excited to be touching this bike. Of course, a lot of people do a lot of customization. The guys I was riding with last night, 4 or 5 guys, and they've all customized their bikes. But you've got to start somewhere, and this is a cool way to start. So, you know, my thinking is that, like I said, in 2022 June, things are crazy. People need stress relief. There's nothing like reliving a childhood dream, riding a bike. Sometimes life takes over, and you don't, you know, you put away your bike when you're 16, and you know, you meet girls, and you go to college, and you start a, you know how it goes. You start a family, and you start a job, and you forget about the bike. I haven't. I mean, I do race a lot of bikes. I've never put down the bike. You know, right now, actually, I'm doing a competitive mountain bike race this Sunday. I spent the last 3 days camping and riding a bike. I do triathlons, multi-sports, road race, crit race, you name it. I'm always on a bike, but this type of biking is about fun. You know, I see a lot of youth, and I'd rather see youth on a bikes doing wheelies and whatnot. But around here, you know, I think we want to be respectful. We've got this long beach that we can ride wheelies on and have fun. I really want to promote this as a fun, safe way for people to blow off stress, for people to, you know, to get some fitness and do it in a fun way. Of course, we do like the youth, so bring on the youth, man. I want to see more and more kids on bikes, more kids having fun. We're working on trying to get a pump track right here in Biloxi, Mississippi. And of course, on my rides, we welcome everybody on every style of bike. So let me get to building this this PK Ripper up. I'm going to put it on the park tool bench, build it up, and hopefully I'll be pulling some wheelies out in the parking lot tonight. And my main goal of this is not to just ride around doing a wheelie. I just like to have fun on bikes, and I want to share that experience with a lot of people. So let's get the show on the road. We're going to get to building. Stick with me. We'll see how this goes. All right, I'm finishing up the build here, putting things together. It looks like a solid build. I know it's an awesome bike, and I'm just finishing up, you know, tighten up a few things to make sure as I get out there and ride, you know, everything's put together right. So there just needed to be a few tweaks when putting it together. I had to adjust the derailleur a little bit. Had to align the rear derailleur hanger, which is not a big deal. I have a tool that does that, and in a few minutes this thing was ready to roll. So you know, greased up the pedals. I've got the gears shifting good. I've got the brakes not rubbing. I do have you know, a truing stand, so I threw the wheels up on the truing stand and trued the wheels up a little bit, tensioned the spokes, and also trued the brake rotor. So this thing's running smooth. I can't wait to get out and ride. And of course, I'm looking at a completely stock bike, and I told myself, look, I'm just going to keep this thing stock for a while. I can't help it. There's already a couple things I want to upgrade on it, but I think that's one of the things about this bike. It's fun, you know, kind of making it your own. I think it's a very unique bike to start with. So I've always liked it's probably why I've always liked the red, white, and blue combination. It's probably because of the PK Ripper back in the day, you know, put that in my brain. So I'm going to do a few things to it, but for the most part, I want to ride this bike stock. I do that a lot of times just to show customers and people that are interested in it that, you know, they come out of the box. They come out of the box good. So welcome to the SE Bike Life. I think this is going to be fun, and I'm glad you guys are going to come with me, or at least I hope you come with me. If you like what we do on the Bicycle Rider YouTube, hit like and subscribe. That helps YouTube, you know, rank us and see you guys are watching us, and it helps us go ahead and you know, spend the money to get this type of stuff. Even though I am a SE bike dealer, I get my SE bikes from Bikeco ASI, and on their list of available bikes, the Fast Ripper is not on there for me. So I wasn't able to get this bike at being a dealer. Luckily, like I said, an enthusiast friend of mine had one and let me you know, take this one from him, and I'll probably have to replace it with a 2022 when they come out. But that's okay. I've got a bike in my hands. But just know that even me as an SE dealer couldn't really get my hands on this bike. I saw there's a couple places where I could buy this online, but I didn't really want to go that route. And I know a lot of my local customers like me to build up the bikes for them, you know, test them, tune them, get them right before they go in their hands. You know, I was talking to a couple of the guys we rode with last night. One of them bought a GT. GT's a good bike. I can get GTs, so I'm going to bring in some GTs. But you know, anytime you get a new bike out of the box, especially if it's been shipped, there's always that chance that something's been banged around a little bit. Even with the amount of packaging and the care that most bike companies like SE are putting into their packaging, things still happen in the manufacturing process. Things happen. You know, it says it right on the box, bring this to your local bike shop. Well, in Biloxi, I'm your local bike shop, and believe me, if you bring me your SE bike, I will make sure it's put together right. If you let me go ahead and, you know, if you purchase this bike from me, of course it's going to be right before I sell it out of my showroom. So I'm really doing this a lot because I want to be part of the Big Wheel BMX crew. I see it's fun, but since I do own a bike shop, I might as well, you know, be the guy providing these bikes. At least, you know, I got a true love for it. So let's love these things together. Stick with me as I go along this journey. Again, like I said, grew up doing BMX, so it's really cool to have a 29-inch Big Wheel BMX bike. And this one is super special because it's the Mike Buff SE edition, kind of replica of the PK Ripper. I've tried some 26-inch mountain bikes, 26-inch wheel mountain bikes like I used to ride. I think I'm bigger than I was, or I just got used to a bigger wheel bike. I race a 29-inch mountain bike. So Big Wheel seems like the way to go for me, and I do like the Fast Ripper because it's got a 10-speed drivetrain on it. That's one of the things I might throw electronic group set on this and see how that goes. I really like that SRAM electronic group set. And it looks like this is all upgradable, so that might be my first upgrade. I'm going to try the thick slicks, but around here on the beach there's a little bit of sand and stuff. I want to try maybe some different tires, but for the most part I'm going to try to keep this bike stock. If I do some upgrades, you know, I'll make it fun, and I'm going to take you guys with me to let you know how everything goes. So I'm stoked. I'm going to ride this thing real quick and then go get some dinner. I'll catch you guys on the next video. Thank you. Bart from Bicycle Rider YouTube. Over and out for now.